Ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First and 10, long letter. Throw left side, complete. It's West. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Detroit!
Lauletta now to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Throw left side, complete. It's West. He got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good.
And this will be caught at the 30. Give him. 30 yards there. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's LaLetta. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. LaLetta back to the air. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Brashad Perriman from 21 yards away. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, Darnold. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold, eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Yeah, maybe that extra, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. They didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun, here's LaLetta. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Gonna let one foot. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Eli Apple. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come up with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Flexing his muscle at the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And they'll get this down to the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. On first and goal, Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now Darnold on third and goal. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a fourth and goal. And Parkey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On first down, they run with Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Barkley already showing the ability to transform this Giant running game as they come up here on first down.
Lucky 56.
On first down, Lauletta looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Lauletta. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, Lauletta. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a give to Barkley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
That was a good explosive run right there, and it brings up an interesting little dilemma, doesn't it? 4th and inches, got to decide what they want to do now. Not sure they expected to be in this situation with what they were facing on 3rd down.
They'll run for it with Goldman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
4th and inches, does he get the first? You bet he does. He knows exactly where he needs to be, and he's going to fight his way forward to get a couple of yards and ensure he keeps the chains moving.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's La4L's play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Fletcher Cox forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is 3rd and long. Here's La4L. And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, it's Howard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play calls, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Lawletta looking for a 1st down throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Lawletta. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hurry up. Here we go. 319. 319.
Now here's Lawletta. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go with Howard again. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Darnold. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Checks.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Rashad Perriman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Back to throw, Laletta. Buying time to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Laletta. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go now.
This is Cohen. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. This is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They go counter with Howard. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson from 13 yards out. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Parkey adds the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Giants. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Onto the field now come the Bears. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock making him do it that way, didn't they?
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Cohen. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football. And
that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On 1st and 10, Lauletta. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. Flushed out right. Able to shake him off. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And Ingram holds it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. He's back to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Patriot!
They'll try and run it in. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So here we go. 45 ticks to play, and it's all going to come down to this onside kick. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 56. Lucky.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. New York set to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him straight.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. The Giants on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be third and a mile. For Lauletta, one final throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep.